Plus 4 hours of this game. I don't care. I like this game. But yeah, so I came home around like, I don't know, 6:30. Yeah, I just felt like there's no idea. Like it's 6:30 and 7:08. Like I'm gonna stream for like 1.5 hours, and if I'm gonna stream more than that, I just feel like I might just fucking collapse, to be honest. Like I'm just gonna pass out. So I just felt like it was better to change this for today instead. Right, we come into this bullshit. Meister had such a comment for this that I just said, nah, that's not gonna work. And then he just changed it and like, yeah, that probably will work. Okay. Okay, so something I just realized that I, like, each time I've been playing this game, I have had like a battle in my mind with these guys afterwards. Because there's so much shit they're like forgetting. And the funny part is, like, most of it is from, oh, their holy lost right or something, or whatever they call it again. And what we remember in the lost right is two things. This guy ran into water, he only heard his bells, and he went close to the killer. Now, everyone here says that before she hold on, what did you say? Let's go to history here. The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the Vicente's vision before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with a dagger in the reverse grip. Yeah, so that's what they're talking about. The sacred gropes was on the statue. And then she came close and stabbed him with a reverse grip. Like, mate! We were talking about, like, we know that he went closer to the killer because... or the killer went closer to him. But no, they didn't. They were the one that were moving. Okay, so what does this mean? Apparently that she came from behind and stabbed him. There were still no goddamn foot sounds. There were no steps, only his. So for them to basically just say, he turned around, saw false Lady Kira, she came from behind and killed him. They basically removed their most holy right just to try to bullshit me. Is that just me? Or is that actually true? Because that's what we saw. The only one moving was him towards the killer, who was by the water. But now they say he turned around, saw the false killer, she came from behind and stabbed him in a reverse grip. You completely lost track that he was away from the killer. If not, they believe that he turned around and, like, somehow the movement we saw was him, but with the movement before it wasn't necessary. Also, Maya says that she was, like, passed out at this time, and people don't believe her in that way. To be honest, they have completely forgot one thing. This guy did say that the abbot and the escapee, which was... I am not a traitor? What was it called? Wait, is he even here? No, he is gone. Wait, why did he disappear from my list? Did he just bail? He completely just bailed. Okay, anyway. They say, like, why would he kill him if they were working together? Well, for first of all, they don't need a third person there. Because how the hell would they get down? Well, they got down by making them look like Kira. Which means that she needed to be subdued. They subdued her. They don't forget about that, apparently. I feel like these people specifically, like, I know where that, especially with Maestro here, who is much smarter than I am, have a lot of comments with other games like, how can they behave like this? Do they not think about this? But in this game, I feel like they are way more bullshitting. Before she came from behind and stabbed the victim in a reverse grip. Yeah, alright, she got closer. Where was the footsteps? Did you hear them? No, right, you did not hear them. But why would the accused want to do something like that? Like create a false Lady Kira? To show it, the victim, as he was being slain. What reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill? Yeah, exactly. It was not the victim she was trying to. It was this very court itself. You mean like you trying to fool us? Did you forget about the footstep? I want to basically just shove my head inside the game. You know, like Mario 64 style with a painting. Shove my head through the screen into the world and just scream, "You forgot about the footsteps!" Come again? Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And still, you try to blame her for being the Kira because we saw the Kira. Whoopie-doo, you still not trying to even turn around and see what's around you. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise. Are you saying? I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. Also, not only that, also I do love how he also gets angry with the whole thing with like, "Oh, you fooled us, I'm so angry because our god, like our spirit mother is like not tolerating this." Mate, you have done so many false accusing before that I'm pretty certain you don't have any favor with your goddess. Not only that, like a reverse grip on a blade. I don't think it has the force enough to make the whole blood spatter there. And not only that, the coat laying there is completely like no blood at all. A scheme in which she sought to deceive vision to mislead us. This can't be happening. What a face you're making. I'm surprised you're taking this so hard. Taking this so hard because apparently you can't really find reason and we have to deal with your bullshit. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after not but a deluded fantasy? Yeah, allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? I would not say no, because for some reason, like, no, I would say yeah. I would say yes, because this guy, everyone says, is someone who can foresee how the court will turn out. But that is also the thing. Everything in here is not scripted. Like I said, the footsteps. And he forgot about them. Which means that he is not going by off script. He's going by his script and forget to mention it. And he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me. Do you understand? I've had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be. This is an outrage! You took your royal priestess sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder. No, I did nothing of the sort. No, shouldn't you not like mention that the guy is using your seance as well as bullshit? Nick, it's not true. I didn't. Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now. That the fact has been exposed. It hasn't been exposed. You just showed us your vision Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred heart. Indeed, it seems the trial is over. Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something? The accused is not the killer. Okay, I'm gonna have to like go back and like try to rewind what I was like going through. Yeah, like look where Maya is. She needed to go. Like I really want to slap the guy for forgetting about the footsteps. And here's why. Now what I do, I have got nothing. It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make. I thought for sure that the rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. I got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sadman's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now, not like this. Very well, I shall render my verdict. Wait, please wait, I am begging you. It is time to let go and move on. I really hate when he says that because like he says that to everyone that is like, you are deluded. Just release that thought and let it go. But he himself never does that. Even when people are brought innocent, he's like still deluded that he did not lose. This trial need not to be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecutor. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused Maya Fey and the defense Phoenix Wright. Yeah, for first of all, did not fail here, so what is going on? Something's gonna happen. I'm just gonna figure out. I'm guessing they never captured the guy. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... God... what's the meaning of this? A body has been found in the Place of Devotion, Your Majesty. What's this? And if anybody's gonna say she murdered him while standing here, then you are fucking deluded as we were supposed to be. And we found this sticking out of the victim. What? That's Lady Kira's Barba dagger. Peace! Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sadman. Yes. This dagger... It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Okay, that's bad. Why would Maya's prints be on it? Also, please check the blood, for goodness sake. I cannot believe it. Yet, it must be true. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadman? This trial has run its course, and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something with that effect, but what of it? Prosecutor Sadman, are you suggesting? Well, I think you are. I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused Miss Maya Fey. Oh yeah, now you're getting problematic, aren't you? Are you gonna kill her for being the rebel hunter you love? Or not? I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well. What? Well, the timing matches perfectly. But there is more. That morning was found in the High Priestess' bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Objection!
How does that prove anything? It is difficult to believe an intruder would have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there, mainly to prepare for the purification rite. But the most important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. Yeah, I'm uncertain about that one. If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes a motive for killing the High Priest. Ah yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, but bent on helping That's a Rebel escape after all. That's a Rebel, that was his name. Precisely, that man made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. I do love he says that we don't know whose the body is of. They said we found another body, and he just says, oh, he killed another rebel. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira. If Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe the second murder must be investigated before we can proceed. As you wish, Your Majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sin. A new murder on charge on top of a guilty verdict. It seems the defense will live to see one more day. Talk about hanging on by a thread. Come tomorrow. A far more terrible punishment awaits you. I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned. If we just continued a little bit longer last time, we actually got to be continued. But at the same time, I've already been playing for like 15 minutes. Well, yeah, actually, wasn't that long. I'm doing this because I can. If you give me a certain amount of save slots, I am gonna use them. May 11, 1:03 p.m. Temple. What do I do now? Can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. Yeah, out of complete bullshit. This trial need not to be drawn any longer. The defense has failed to counter charges filed by prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, yeah.
Mr. Wright,
I'll be.
I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now?
I'm worried about that too. But right now... Yeah, we have the second body to actually check on. Right now, I need to focus on the next trial.
Oh, the murder of Acolyte Zeloth, right?
At least the jury is still out on that one, so to speak. Two murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zeloth's murder, it might give me an ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict.
Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you in any way I can.
I appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder.
Yeah? But it's going to be hard for Ferdinand to investigate this on his own.
You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. And why do you look so sad? Isn't that your benevolence? Oh damn! It actually takes a few seconds because before calling us Barbed Head. Princess Raifa?
Oh, it's you again. The dead Laura Walking, guilty of abetting a murder under the Defense Culpability Act.
She hasn't lost any of her charm. Well, she has lost something. Why the long face? I'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act.
I am in no mood to take joy on your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as a royal priestess.
I guess that answers my questions. To be honest, I wouldn't give a damn. If she only cares about winning against us, even though she is basically not capable of doing that, and let's see to say, she's not trying to find the truth, she's just trying to find the truth that will make us lose, then like, she can have the fucking long face, I don't care. And there she goes. All I did was defend my client. Can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. I can. I will fucking turn around like don't give a shit about her. Your benevolence. Your benevolence. Oh, Barbed Head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial.
What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet?
That's right. I'm going to prove Maya's innocence tomorrow.
But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy.
I can say the same shit to you. Why don't you stop being stupid with the whole voices of the realm thing?
Investigate all you want. I care not.
You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that Laura's back into a corner by the DC Act? Might do something desperate like forging evidence? Why are you trying to invite her?
What's this?
If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I want, you know. Could you not give her the satisfaction? Okay, now to see if she takes the bait.
Yes, I see your point. Bobbed head.
Yes.
I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or another misdeed while I was not watching. That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priestess Soul. Yes, of course, like it's the only explanation.
Oh, what have you done, Phoenix? Good lord. She's a brat I don't want to deal with. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. Yeah, that's the problem, Felix. That's actually what cheers her up. But perhaps you actually forgot about that part.
I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore today I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foraging devil. But your benevolence...
It's okay, Albie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. But first, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Albie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me?
Oh, of course not. I'm always glad to help.
Oh, what is our unnecessary evidence? Wait, did they actually clean up already? Because I can check them. We still have the newspaper, that's good. Frost's autopsy. They really spelled trust absolutely wrong there. Inner Sanctum, Maya's statement, Lady Kira. Oh yeah, we don't have that much more.
May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you.
Now then, the scene of the crime is logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found on the Plaza of Devotion. Oh yes, it was murdered here. I hope someone told me when it was dead as well. Because this is the day after. And I think this was the day after from... So this is like 2 days from the first murder. And this is a day after the trial, right? Or is it the same day? I don't know. But that just means like they might have been dead for a while. There is not even any blood. I just realized that. Like there's an outlining, but there's no blood. Wait, he was stabbed by a dagger. Why is there not any blood? Looks like the police already finished their investigation. Also, there's hanging up. You see there to the right, between the yellow and white one, above the blue praying flag. You see the purple one there now. A body, outline, and flowers. Did someone leave them here in memory of the deceased? And there's something different about the praying flags today. Yeah, I know, I saw that, luckily.
As the High Priest's disciple, Acolyte Zeloth was utterly devoted to his training.
What is actually a Zealoth? I have heard that name before, especially in the sense of like Call of Cthulhu cults and stuff. But I actually don't know what the meaning of that is. Oh, so Zealoth, without the H, is apparently a person who is fanatical and uncompromising in pursuit of their religious, political, or other ideas. That is the word. So it's not fully the H lot. Like the word I'm thinking of is zealot. 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 So instead of H, it's basically an A. That is the word I see all the time when I see his name. So apparently he's, well, yeah, cult. First the high priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. As I keep trying to tell you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this. Especially with the thought that he was dead. Like, sure, yes, if he was dead basically when we prayed behind his arse, she might be like that. But if they said, oh, he died while the trial was going on, like, are you fucking insane? Like, how is she supposed to do this? Because right now we don't know when he died. They just said we found a body. If they say he died yesterday under the trial, or like whenever the trial was, then that's just like, yeah, alright. You can't really blame her for this because she was here, and if you think you can do that anyway, well, welp. And you can prove this how? What you think I'm doing here, gathering dirt and dust for the trial? You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your larly ilk are so reviled. Oh, wait, who's here? Oh, Emma! Nice to see at least someone that's sane. It's that detective from your country. It's the princess. You seem displeased that I am here. No, don't be silly. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. If I had just done mine... Mr. Wright, there's no use crying over spilled milk. Do you mind telling me what you know about the murder? It's do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally. Oh, gladly. I'll help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you. So see it that you commit to no misdeeds. Of course not, you're talking to a professional here. I feel like I forgot her, like, voice for some reason. Okay, let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Oh, sure. The victim is Purai Zelov. He was the high priest disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the rite wrapped up. So, during the high priest murder trial. Oh, that's right. Apparently he had been here praying since the day before the rite even started. Talk about serious devotion. Yeah, it barely lasted a few minutes. This is a picture of Mr. Sell's body. He has a peach in the back of his head. He has a dagger. Oh, that looks straight going through, like, the fucking spine. The problem I have is that there is not that much blood. The dagger in his upper back looks like it would be practically painful. Is that the tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach shaped. Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done, but the victim remained bent over in prayer. When they went over to check on him, they discovered I was dead. That was dead, right? Okay. Yes, the estimated time of death is May 9, sometimes between the start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest's body. In other words, we believe the crime took place during the purification rite. And the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest. Prosecution believes Maya came down from the stairs after killing the High Priest. Okay. That's a fucking stretch. Because yeah, she did come down And yeah, they found that she did call the police, but do you mean like, oh, she came down, murdered someone, and then call the police, and like, no one fucking noticed the goddamn killed guy just there. Oh, these people. And then stab Mrs. Elliot with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but that's a circumstantial. That's a fucking stretch. And Jesus, that's like a fucking Pixar Elastigirl stretch. What about the cause of death? He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust in his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Cause of death was a spinal cord injury. Oh yeah, I could see that. Fucking hell, like that thing separated two goddamn spine things. Or whatever they're called. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know. Well, Bobhead, out with it. Oh, so the priestess of the Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science. I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe. There is nothing silly about it. Have you know even Prosecutor Sadman holds forensic in high regard? I'm pretty certain, yeah, he did actually say that last time we played this game. He talked a lot about the forensic that they managed to find. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Yeah, I'm pretty certain you have no fucking science in this country. Still, I suppose it's nothing more compared to the divination science. She doesn't have an adorable bone in her body. Emma, I think she's actually interested. Would you mind explaining it to her? I think that's the thing. She is actually interested. It's just that she hides it behind the fucking whatever she has. I guess I have to now. Okay. There are many ways to estimate the time of death, but the most well-known method is using the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature dropped at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can all tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. I see. That was quite enlightening. Bart, present your forehead now. But why? You feel just a little over 95 degrees. It seems you're not dead yet. Of course I'm not. It was but a jest, after all. You're still dead, lawyer walking. I fail to see the humor and I know this. Were there any witnesses? So many people out in the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something. You think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer naturally. Alright, the back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you think someone would notice something. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarves he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer that they didn't see or hear anything. I can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence, the dagger. Sadly, yes. Yep. What about the murder weapon? Could you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the Warbud dagger, the legendary weapon of Key and Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled on the victim's upper back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yes, they were. Wonderful. With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast. What about the motive? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealoth. What do the police think about this matter? Yeah, what is her motive? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealoth. So you say, but let us now hear what the police think about the matter. I think someone just came home. The police believe Maya is the Lady Kira figure who has been battling the rebels. As Mrs. Zealoth was a disciple of the High Priest, who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Just gonna say hi, hold on. Yes, that's how the police currently view the crime. There's no way Maya is that Lady Kira vigilante. Also, I've never really seen Lady Kira actually kill someone. In the images, they basically just turn on the police. Why kill these two? I agree on personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. Is that something new? I'm pretty certain the whole goddamn country does that. I really blew it in court today. Alright, we're gonna have to examine some stuff. But first of all, let's check... Well, not the obvious thing, but let's check the thing that I've, like, in the back of my head remembered about. This prayer flag looks more newer than the rest. Your benevolence. What does it say here? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude. But if you must know, it says at a usual spot, bring grub, the key too. That's not a prayer. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I have ever seen. I wonder if it is even a prayer. It's not. It is like a fucking cheating letter. Wait, bring grub? And what key? Okay, examine this. These flowers were left here in memory of Acolyte Zealoth. What are they called? They are known as Namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. It seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is an universal practice. Acolyte Zealoth died bent over in prayers. There's no trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact that there's a little bleeding could mean it was a single stab to the vital point. Not that that would be very difficult, considering the position it was in. Okay. That's... well, not really anything I wanted to hear. To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through these sacred gates. Well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for a great honor you have been afforded. Yes, for your benevolence. Why do you always have to say yes to her? Like, good lord, she's just being a brat. That is it. She's just being brattish. Albie said this is called prayer flags. And the prayers are written on and carried through the kingdom by the wind. Now, if we were to pray for something, it'd be for me not to be dragged into any more trouble than I already been. Well, good luck with that. Like Zealoth was killed and in a prayer pose. His head bent over like that, at least the thing he saw must have been this rug.
It is a prayer rug woven by the devout monks. May the Holy Mother bless upon his departed soul. It's strange that there are no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood freeze. Or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. It is pretty cold. If the blood really did just freeze inside his body. Okay. As mentioned, the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything here to see around here. You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright? Emma. I can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to go back to work if you are done here, detective. Otherwise, I will report you to the prosecutor Sadman for dereliction of duty. Well, see you later, Mr. Wright, and good luck. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need that. Well, I don't think luck. I think when a god is higher than theirs is needed right now. Do I really have to stare at your face? Should we go? Detention center? Well, there's somewhere we need to go. I just don't know where we should go. You know what? Let's go to the Inner Sanctum again. It's like something might have changed up here. Oh, okay. It's just. I believe it's just telling me that there isn't supposed to be anything here. No. 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 Okay, yeah. There is nothing here. Just checking just in case. Well, he did live here, the Zealoth, so let's go and check this. We're gonna have 2 paintings in your hand now. Hello. I'm sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it is you. Bobbed head, you are not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Beleb, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now Acolyte Zealoth, who was like a son to her. Of course not, but since she was close with both victims, I want to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then the fact Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inmi, that probably means she isn't a rebel. Is that about poor Furia? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. But what about Maya? She is innocent. Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Furai. This is in me. You don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was what the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now, my faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith? It's kind of what you do. You basically fucking accuse because of faith. Is there any difference? No. That's right. All right, then. Your fate has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Bellup? My lovely wife is also a devout follower of Curanism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you all have lied about your faith in Maya Faye's innocence... Yeah. I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy.
Okay. How did the acolyte the Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple?
About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, I came across a beret collapsed on the ground. You were always one to help those in need, weren't you, dear? You've been living here
And he'd been living here ever since. About 2 years ago. It's around the same time Maya ran Nikura in.
Yes, he was born in a poor village, had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. But only as his disciple, he was like a member of her family too.
I see. If this is where Acolyte Zealot lived, there might be something I could learn about him lying around here. Oh, that wasn't really much of it. Well, check the... a photo of the High Priestess, wife and Acolyte the Zealot. And Maya. Ah! She did say she exchanged her clock to for merchandise, and apparently the mother here, or not the mother, but the wife here, actually was the one. Says Maya in it. Must have been taken the day before the rite. She has Miss in me about it. I'm trying to like see things that are like exchanged here.
I think that this would be their final family photo. That no good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men who she would soon kill.
I beg to differ. As I see this photo that proves she didn't kill them.
That smile of her does not fool me.
Well, your smile definitely fools me. Oh, right, it's not a smile. Right, fair enough. I don't know why I'm being so fucking toxic against her. I think it's just her goddamn personality and everything they do here that's just making me want to be toxic against them. That's the thing, like, that's the thing. I don't have no problem with religion, but for some reason, like, this made-up religion is so goddamn, like... I thought it's just like, fuck it.
I sense a deep and a bidding malice behind it.
Through Maya's in... Oh, I managed to press the button. Do we have anything else that might be doing something? Well, no, this game here. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess.
You mean to say you haven't never heard of...
No idea what that means.
I have heard people describe it as Kurenese chess.
Oh, so people play... so players take turn moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other's king?
Not quite. Kachul the Mal, the object is to utter annihilation of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that only be used once per game.
Special moves? This is like a game right up Maya's alley. Damn! Chess with superpowers. Kinda sounds neat, but I would never try to make that. I also just realized something. This photo, like the big ass, like, bowl of greens. Okay, so I just see this. I see, like, buns for Maya and Zeloth, and probably something fried for the wife. I'm pretty certain that whole thing is for him. And still he looks like he is made out of bone and skin. But at the same time, it's mostly just like fucking leak in that thing. Or something. Okay, talk ab- Oh! Right, I'm gonna have to do this. Not that, actually. This. Can I ask you about this photo?
It was taken during the Feast of Blessing, the day before the rite was held.
The Feast of Blessing? Would you mind telling me a little more about it?
This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings.
The Feast of Blessings?
Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it's performed, we enjoy dishes full of ginghil, an herb known to strengthen the body and mind.
Fair enough, actually. Eat a lot, because then you don't eat a lot. Yeah. Makes sense, makes sense.
You love the ginghil-based dishes I made, didn't you?
Wait, is that a green thing that is just like a mountain? Hill, I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me that thing is just a mountain of that, because if you say that eating one makes you not being able to sleep for 3 days or something, you're gonna be up for a month! Dear Lord!
Yes, but many foragers don't care for it because it's a strong smell. Our custom says that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m.
Ah, so we basically have a timestamp for the photo. 12 and 3. That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong?
A very good guess indeed. It is ensured the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcome the next day.
Fair enough, actually. Wow. Is it really that strong?
Come to think of it, the evening before the murder,
An overwhelming odor was all over town. It was like a cross between garlic and mint.
After the Feast of Blessings, Purre went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I thought that would be the last time I would see him.
What was Maya doing at the time?
Shortly after Purre left, she went to the temple to be prepared for the rite. What she did after that.
Alright. Well, we have got some stuff. So Acolyte Zealot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. According to the newspaper, thick white ice that froze the ground from inner sanctum and the plaza of devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. We give thanks to the blessings. On the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had ice covered.
Purre always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I have ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others.
I don't know why, but that's kinda intimidating to me. I thought I had made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information even here.
You seem disappointed.
Mrs. Inmei, is there anything else you could tell me?
Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Barbed head.
Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
We have paid a visit to all the people and places connected with this case. I think it's about the time you prepare yourself for the inevitable, don't you?
You and your goddamn inevitable. The only inevitable here is you losing with your goddamn right, but you never see that one coming! Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today.
I'm so sorry too, Nick. Never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too, and you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll even commute you for a sentence if you do.
I can never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I am going to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe you, it's just... Don't worry, Maya. This extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see. Okay. Are you gonna say something or just stare at us? You're awfully quiet, your benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you to get a good talk before you departed from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet. We won't till the bitter end. There is no need to put on a brave face. Fate were sealed with today's verdict. Were it not of my fate. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from the neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Wait. Was that her attempt of comforting me? I have no clue, and if that was... There you really need to, like, find some people to talk to. Bobhead, further resistance shall come unto naught. Stop your desperate struggle and accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. Surely doesn't know me very well. Then perhaps your sentence will be commuted. Oh, hold it right there, your benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that? But what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nicky is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you. Nicky's just doing what lawyers are supposed to. Is defending his client no matter what. Enough. There is no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. Where we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. And yes, you can't really say against that. You've been wrong twice. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without questions. So I ask you, Royal High Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim's souls or the Holy Mother by herself wish you to judge people in error? You dare bring Her Holiness' name into this. You know nothing, you phony balloon. I love when she loses it, because the child in her just pops out. Please, you two, enough already. Sorry, Nick, I got a little carried away. Doesn't really like me, huh? I feel like it's kinda like you. No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. I was a fool to show you compassion and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. I can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know. She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. I don't know. I think it's more than that. She's just highly goddamn annoying. Could you try to remember what happened one more time? I've been trying as hard as I can, but I can't remember anything from the middle of the right onward. Alright, you suddenly felt sleepy and everything after that's a blank. Maybe so I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the one around dressed up like Lady Kira. Although, it's kinda cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Right. Pretty close to Acolyte Selov. We met several times during the meetings about the rite, but I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the ride? Yeah, we ate these super stinky dish, but it was actually pretty good. Love at first bite, alright. To be honest, I do like garlic and people complain about the smell of it. You know, like the salty noodles, Eldon's noodles. Yes, I know Eldon's noodles. I know noodles. It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that and then let it simmer for a really long time. That sounds like some sort of like pickled noodles in garlic. So it's more like a hot pot than ramen to me at that point. Now I miss ramen too. So what about Acolyte Zeloth So what was Acolyte Zeloth like while we were eating? He seems to be enjoying the food. As soon as we were done, he left to go pray. And what did you do? I returned to the temple to prepare for a rite. That coincides with Miss Inmi's description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? When the rite started, it was just me and Mabot Inmi. The Sean's vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira. I know! Lady Kira. I wish I could see her in the flesh. Yeah. Let's stay focused on the case, shall we? It's supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter in a sanctum. But what if she came from the sky, you know? Like that bushy bearded paratrooper? That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plume Punishment TV show, right? Do she have actually wings? No, she doesn't. She just have a cape. How did you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. Oh, I got it this time. There's a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Did you know there are 88 secret Plume Punisher bases here in Kurain? Can we please stop talking about Plume Punisher show for a second now? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Well, I should get going now. Sorry, I wasn't any help. Don't worry, I got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow. I'll be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll grab dinner at Eldon's or your favorite burger joint you pick. Or both. Yeah, best of both worlds. Do both. You can have whatever you like, but first, I have to beat the charges. I almost forgot. What is it? I have a favor to ask. Okay? But why are we whispering? I was wondering why the beep 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 became quiet. I thought something was wrong with my headphones. I forgot I left something at the High Priestess' house. It's super important. Would you mind getting it and hold on to it for me? Sure. So what's this super important thing? It's in my bag. You'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestesses who perform the rite. It's called Tomes of Secret. Does that sound important? How could you leave something like that just laying around? I think it's all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all heck would break loose. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, just forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be a secret. And the secret contains secrets. Ooh, imagine that! What are you two whispering about? Nothing. It's just she forgot something, so I told her I'd go and get it. You are up to something, I know it. Yes, we are, and you can bugger off. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you. Alright, so we're gonna have to go back to the High Priestess' house and check on this thing. Is she actually still here? No, she doesn't seem to be still here. Hello? Anybody home? No answer. The sim is probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came for. I am watching you like a warpath. Barbed head. You had better not steal anything. I would never do something like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for. Then get on with it. I would if you stopped interrupting me. We know exactly that this is Maya's bag. Ah, here's Mari's bag. What is this strange patch on her bag? It's a Steel Samurai. He's a hero of an action hero show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favorite show. Got also merchandise related to it. I see. It looks strikingly similar to the Plume Punisher. They are similar, but Steel Samurai definitely came first. I'm just not gonna say that because you're gonna get pissed at me. I see. How interesting. Whatever seems generally intrigued. Must be a common thread between Plume Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. That, and she is a teen, and there are teens that likes these things, so yeah, I used to like watching stuff like that, so I still kinda do, depending on what to think of it. Didn't Maya mention something about trading with Plume Punisher fan? Oh, hold on. Yeah, my phone just want to tell me they was going out again. Let's see here. Ah, this must be the Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about. Did you say that out loud? Oh, luckily you did not. I was about to say, like, oh, it actually has her real name in it. I was like, I can't even read Kuranese. Diggs! Welcome to the stream! How are you doing today? I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm doing good. Been a bit of a slow day, just playing around with Blender a bit, looking at streams and stuff. But other than that, I've been doing fine. How are you? We're just playing some Apollo Justice here, having a little whale of a time. Except having her with us here, which is, wonderful. Well, bobbed head, are you finished now? Hold on a second. The strings around it's coming undone. Whoops. Oh. I realized something. There is no bow here. You fool! You don't lay eyes upon it! Put it away quickly before we go blind. Relax, my hand just slipped. This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gorge out our eyes. Oh, right, this book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your Benevolence, would you mind if I asked you some questions? Is that a yes or a no? Or is that a maybe? Also, can I check this thing? Whoops, the thread is coming undone. Oh. Oh, no, okay. Wait, how can I read this? Someone must have translated this for me, because I can technically not read Kuranese in this game. The priestess acting as Lady Kira's representative must know her name. That name is Imsan. Speaking this name is unforgivable. Lock this knowledge deep in your heart and devote yourself to prayers. Well, I have yet to be struck by lightning or anything, so I think it's fine. What I am interested in is that I don't see any bow. I don't know if that is... What's the problem here? But... They're talking about a dagger and a bow, and I don't see a bow. And yeah, we already know they're a woman, and they are dressed in that, so feet and hand, that is absolutely fine. Nothing out of particular there. Alright, priestess, speak. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Well, I should make an exception. If you insist. Oh, here comes the pocket internet. What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite. Very important. What's written inside? Yes, well, I see. Really? Is it all right to reveal that? Your benevolence? Patience, patience. The book contained Lady Kira's true name. Her true name? Is the name really that important of a secret? Curinism priestesses a person's name, one of the most important things to know. So what's her real name? What's so important about her real name? Without a name, a priestess' voice will fail to reach a person's myth. It is it's much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. Fair enough. A spirit can only be identified once you know the descendant's face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. It's the same for Curinism's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. The Queen has a secret art. It's something as a forger such as you could never hope to guess. Curinism's spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the Queen. Yeah, because she can also do that. would want to just answer like, oh, you mean spirit channeling? Like, how the fuck do you know? I should pretend like this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me about it. Well, then tell me about it. You tell me about this secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willingly you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning of the technique. Third-rate is a bit hard, but I'd even settle for second. What is it? You look like you have a tentacled hag frog upon your face. What the heck is a tentacled hag frog? Spirit channeling. That's where a medium lets spirit possess her body and to return to our world, right? Did you say that just to like fuck with her? Well now, I see you have done your homework. Oh, I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. I might have been pretty shocked when they came back from ancient times. Indeed, a spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment it is being channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded and how we have maintained our unique culture. Alright, I was about to say something about that because we already discussed about how people in the other countries might just laugh themselves shitless from how they treat people here with the court and stuff, so yeah. So spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed, and that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants with neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look to Curinism for their salvation. Among them are also those of doubtless nature who have been driven from their own lands. Gasp and pain definitely fit that bill, yeah. Wait, is it called Gasp and Pain? That's a fucking good name for that guy. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There's still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability. The spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Yes, we were. Don't be ridiculous. It is all written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop. Yeah, she is 14. She is a teen. When she basically burst, she acts like a child. The divination seance was one of the important roles fulfilled by the queen. That is why my mother taught me when I was little. So the queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'll be a sight to see. Someday I will be powerful priest and queen just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence. You shall see. I will not be long before I too master the secret art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the great good of Kurain. Oh, I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. I'm going to ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villages down. Fair enough. Looks like you can actually have something in common with Maya. Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling. That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with the case, as far as I could tell. Or does it? If the queen is a spirit medium, are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Q? Guess you saw that one coming. Lars are indeed witless breed. One day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Kurain would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate. Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... Yep, someone is shouting something. What is all that racket? What? That escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town. Escaped prisoner? Yeah, that's a rebel. His name is literally That's a Rebel. There's no reason to panic. There is no reason for panic. The police are on his trail. He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look. Wait. Oh, I am not waiting for you. You can stand there if you want. Oh, my aching back. I forgot how badly I injured it. I need to do some stretches and exercise when I get back home. Oh, Albin! Hey, Albi. That's Arabelle. Have you seen him? Ow. Are you alright, sir? 1 second. Jesus. How old are you in this game? I'm actually kind of curious now. It can't be like that old, like 30 perhaps or something. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He disappeared in this area. He couldn't have taken to the air again, would he? Barbed head. I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Arable could be lurking nearby. What sort of a princess would I be if I took you? If all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me. She's fearless, I give her that. I can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Nothing there. I don't know why, but the monk is like... Hey, Albie. Oh, we're talking about the cow now. We don't need to talk about the cow. I think I already talked about the cow early on the game. Hello. Found it. That manhole cover, it's open. What is it, Shadow? Did he sniff out someone or something in the manhole? I wonder. Did Shadow track Mr. Arbal if he had something with the rebel scent on it? I don't know. I feel like I got something with Arbal scent on it. Something it might have touched. The knife? Wait, something he touched. This thing? He might have touched this thing. Oh, you know what? This thing. Here, Shadow. How about this? Hope it works. Oh, I think it works. It sounded pissed. I think it's picking up a scent. You mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit? Oh, by all means. I had no idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy. Such an adorable little dog as well. Your benevolence, I'm heading down the manhole now. It could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait! Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're worried about. That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Oh, are you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such length in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. I'm doing this to prove Maya innocent. But how can you be so sure that the accused is innocent? She was already been found guilty. Yeah, but that was lack of fucking everything, to be honest. Don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down, you'll see. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. Alright. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Where is actually dog? Is it on your head now? Be careful. Oh, well, we're going down the manhole cover. Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. I can't see a thing. Did someone hit me or did someone smack me? Oh. Oh, someone did smack me. Well, they do have the same flowers there. There's some nice meat as well. What happened? I went down into the manhole and then... Ah! Finally I came to, huh? I remember that face everywhere if you didn't actually shave it. Yeah, rebel. And that dragon symbol on his armband. That's the mark of the rebels. Oh, there's no mistake, it's him. That's a rebel. Sorry, I got a little rough with you back there. Thought you were the cops. You make it that fair. At least this guy, this time he's actually eating apples. He used to eat lizards. I thought it was going to kill me. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. I'm not a good apple, but not right now. What is this place? Oh, this is the office of my brother-in-arms, Duruk. But right now we're using it as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a second. What kind of office is this exactly? Law office, what else? Really? Duruk used to be a lawyer. Yep, just like you. You're in public enemy number one is an ex-lawyer. Didn't see that coming. Didn't you? I'm pretty certain they hinted at that a lot. Did they? Or am I mistaken? I don't know. Well, I suppose you'll be coming around here anymore. You won't? You plan to flee or something? It's just, I want to get out of the rebel business. Being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today to pick up the lost my stuff. Really? I'm gonna sell Daruk's info to the Minister of Justice and slip out of Curran. Ooh. Wait a second. You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will ya? Tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, sorry about punching your lights out back there. Not bad. So, Mr. Lawyer, what do you want? Tell me about the murder of the High Priest. Trust in me. I can't take that whole name serious. Like, I know it's trust in me, like trust me. But they have an H in there, so it becomes thrust in me. I'm like, no! And it's Acolyte Praise Zealoth. Sure, I'll tell you whatever you can. Whatever I can. I don't know if it will be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so. I wonder how true that really is. It was an interesting office. Do you mind if I actually check around here? First of all, it's dusty as hell, but I get some good food in here. But they really don't fucking like the queen, though. Damn! Oh yeah, I see the photo there. I think I know what that photo is. It's hard to see from here. This is a law. I do love that it's a law office. Sorry, I saw that and thought of like the S-looking mark. Alright. Rebel. So what do you know? Tell me everything you know about the High Priestess murder. Well, you know, I don't remember much about that. Bet my head in one of those rocks as soon as I parachute into the inner sanctum. That's what I told you about nothing had to do with this murder. I meant it! Okay, then. Where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came through, it was already dawn. It was out cold the whole time. So you didn't see the crime happen at all? You got that right. Then why did you say you did see it when you testified? About that, I didn't remember a thing. I was afraid. That seems suspicious. I came up with that whole story. Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lies accused him caused me? Sorry about the trouble. It was definitely my bad. And you're laughing about that as well. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime but weren't involved in it. Got it. Okay, about the Daruk then. So Daruk used to be a lawyer. Yup! He was a force to be reckoned with back in when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law and a mighty as a dragon. You could strike terror in a prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. They even called him the Dragon's Glare. It's Dragon's Glare. He even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, but most importantly of all, he could never surrender. He'd fight for the accused no matter how the odds stacked up against him. Is that what you mean by the will of the dragon? Yep! That'll be it, actually.
Your work in court yesterday was most impressive too. I gave up no matter how hard I'm beating you today. Not like the rogue, am I that? Thanks, I guess? And if a big part of that beating I took was because of you. Ah, okay. Do we know anything that you might... Oh! This has your sense on it. No, you can... Okay, that was nothing. You really are serious about, like, leaving, aren't you? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna check around the area before I actually, like, do things here. Is this a law book? Dragons might have been branded on the cover. Ah, that's the Rook's law book? Really? The leader of the rebels, that's the Rook. That's right. That mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. The page on this one is really dirty. That must be the section of the defense culpability, eh? Branding it with Defiant Dragon mark the Rook's strength of the strength of the Rook's conviction. He must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. Practically wore out the entire section. There are bowls and plates of food here. Still warm, as if it was all recently prepared. You have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Arabal. Yeah, it's as big as dry as me. You got even a bigger appetite, you know? But you just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. But first, let's start with an appetizer. Where's he getting all those apples from? I don't know. Ah, you still have the lizards apparently. Wonderful. Thanks, but I already ate. Okay, that's nothing interesting apparently. Incense and white flowers. Flowers are still fresh. Must been put there maybe today or yesterday. Did you put them here, Mr. Arbal? Oh, something wrong with flowers? It's just a tradition, traditional thing, yeah, could I? I don't mind. Okay. There's a knife driven deep in the throat of the queen. Also, to be honest, it's kind of that deep into the queen that I'm pretty certain it's actually on the wall as well. I'm pretty certain it's just smacked straight in the wall. Better remember to stay on their good side. Okay, we check this out now. This looks like a photo of Daruk and his compatriots. Here's one that looks really old. There we go! You recognize these two? So apparently, this is where Apollo was after he was basically left. I don't know what to say, like given away, something like that, I don't know. Either that or this is her first husband. Wow, this was taken about 20 years ago. Ah, those are Daruk's sons? Really? So this is the rebel Daruk in the center. Doesn't look so evil. And both of his sons. It's kind of familiar. Ah, the one on the left is you two. Would you know him as Prosecutor Sadman? Prosecutor Sadman is Daruk's son. Ah, that is. It is one of the was a rebel too. He's a really respected old man. Both as a father and as a lawyer. Then, why to become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant. On account of the Defense Culpability Act, right? Yep. That's why for you to decide to be a prosecutor instead. Like the spark of a revolution from the inside, so you dove right into the enemy then. I would have never guessed it looking at him now. Who can say that again? Rick is battling to change current legal system. Well, dragon sports in him. Well, thought Yuti was taking up a mantle to carry on that well too. we
sure it helped overthrow the Grano one day, but perhaps you've seen use the law to do her bidding. Rick's been beside himself. He no longer carries out the will of the dragon anymore. I wonder what happened between the father and the son to come to this. What about the other child in the photo? Oh, that's the Daruk's adopted son. He's gone back overseas. His name is Apollo. Apollo? Wait a second, that bracelet, it really is Apollo. Who was a rascal, that one? Well, his voice could shake the entire room. The man is out there raising high hell somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far it come, Mr. Arabel's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Yeah. He has been growing up. But this is apparently where he was left. Because we already know who the mother is. Apparently he was left here in Kurain. I first thought it was actually real son or something, because I never really played the first in this game's trilogy. The Apollo part. So I never knew really where he came from. I forgot about the adopt part, and I don't think I really read it that well, so I thought it was basically like born here. But from playing the first game now, we know that he was left here. Well, gotta start packing. Someone might be catch up with me if I don't scrap soon. Please, wait, I still need to ask you something. Go right ahead, shoot! What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape prison, that's all. The high priest was a fool for getting taken in by the Daru. He should have tried tailing out the good eye like I'm doing, huh? Oh, you're lying about that. Cyclops. This Arba is hiding something, but I won't know exactly what until I can undo these locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arbal? I'm not trying to hide anything. No way, no how. Yep, I am gonna use the Mega Tab on him. Boom! You're gonna smack this thing straight in his forehead. I'm going to ask you again. Why were you out at Inner Sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking, but the answer's still the same. I was trying to escape prison, that's all. But the High Priest was a fool. He fell for Daruk's line and sold his own country, huh? How could you say such a thing about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Did you even care about what happened to him? Nope. I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. Never stood a chance against the Grand regime. Hang on, do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I said, I could care less about the whole thing. This wouldn't be in this room if it didn't feel a thing. He had the flowers if someone's walking away. I heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Kurain. The High Priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well. Yep, apparently we were right. Those flowers doesn't mean anything. Just Kurain his way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you're mourning his death? You're reading into this too much. Are you really into this too much? I told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I hadn't heard from the Rook or the rest of them for a few days. And tomorrow I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye. No, I know I've been in contact with the other rebels lately. Well, how do you know how exactly do you plan on proving that? exactly the thing that has your scent on it that says, meet me at the place. I found this prayer flag at the Place of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for fellow rebels, didn't you? They brought this food for you at your request. So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Daruk and the rest of them, aren't you? Are you ready to tell me the truth now? You're a good one, Mr. Loma. I admit. I requested the grub, but I was just taking advantage of them, that's all. What do you mean? With my face plastered all over the place, I couldn't stay and wanted to open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. I was gonna kiss this kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flame of revolution definitely still burns inside of you. Oh, that's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. Well, he does bear the mark still. Take that! Daruk looks Larbuck. I'm no lawyer, so what's that got to do with me? Look at the mark branded onto the cover. This mark stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It's Daruk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah, so what of it? You have the same mark on your scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. Oh, I just forgot to take it off, that's all. No, as a wanted man, that shouldn't be the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden that mark yet proves that you're still a rebel. Fair enough, actually. Think what you want. You don't know nothing about me. Nope, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is what I believe in. Take that! When a person's back against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you. And would you risk your life? Risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? Nope, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Now admit it. Never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eyes? Looks just like Daruk's. Looks like you got the will of the dragon inside you too. Alright, guess we got this one. It wasn't really like we could go back and forth and find new things. Like we were basically done, so we had to have everything. So what is your plan? I had planned to take you out if you turn out to be on the side of wrong else. But I think I can trust you. I can't believe I was that close of getting shanked here. Just like you said, I have no intention of the Droot group. That is where you were testing me. Now you're a forager. I'm a lawyer who has been charged with abating criminal to the boots. And I've seen a few share of lawyers getting pardoned after weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever dubbed you. So what you doing here anyway? Oh, I had to get a secret hideout key from my helper. Secret hideout. Yep, I was supposed to get my next order from Daruk there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about the order Daruk was supposed to give you? I'm gonna have to abort that mission. I'm just laying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Daruk again. Hey, why a long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priestess murder. Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna make you up for it with this. What is it? I know exactly where that is, because we did check this statue on this thing, and we noticed that one of the eyes, or at least the eye we were looking at, were hollow. There's secret hideout in Kira's area. Damn, wait, hold on. Someone just tried to call me, but not... Yeah, that was just my father's ass cheek. I wanted to call me. Basically the call was like a half a second. Like, I didn't even hear a ringtone. I just saw the screen. Someone called, gone again. Like, that was quick. Just wanted to check if it was something or not. But yeah, it was just an ass call. But yeah, so that means that their secret hideout is up here. I can't say any more of that. Anyway, I hope it helps. This orb is a key. Yep. Plus the hideout is a totally unexpected location. Being that it's super secret, I wouldn't have just any ordinary key. I see. I know exactly where that goes. Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, a fellow brother and us fighting for the power that... find the power that be. It'll help you. Feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Lady Kira. I've been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya is suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me. Whoever she is, she's bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops, she's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk, framing you for crimes. Why would anyone go to all that trouble? Our kingdoms like to pretend that the people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can arrest you for sympathizing with a rebellion. So they resort to framing people for things they didn't do. Then that Lady Kira figure is... Yep, she's just some lick pedal working for the Grand regime. Wow. Even now, without a DC act, Daruk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. So I'd watch if I were you. Because you got a defiant attitude like one of them dragon dukes. So he was talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillances, a clever setup. She is no amateur, as you ask me. Yeah, and he's actually a former parachute military. So saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels. Exactly. The Grand regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think. Why don't the people protest if their nonchalant monarchy is doing things like that? Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. Without that, we can't prove anything. Oh, I know that feeling. If I bring this up in court, I'll probably dismiss it out of hand. I'll have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Our girl? To get rid of an evil, no good defense culpability act. I can tell just by looking at Daruk's law book. The easy act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool. Where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago that made them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Arma. That's where it all began. Yeah, it happened before I was born, but Queen Arma, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader Duruk who did it. Duruk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? Well, that's an official line, but... The official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Duruk was framed, I'm telling you. It was. Plus, Duruk was a lawyer. Lots of people thought a lawyer killed the queen and turned against all lawyers. And that's how the DCI was first passed. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Kurai. Even worse, it charged the significance of the divination seance. The significance of the divination seance. They were holding the seance in court even before the DC Act? Oh, you bet they were! Lawyers and prosecutors used a Hotley contest inside that came out of the seance. You mean like what we've been doing? I've been doing. Right! Like the Rooks used to say. The royal priest's insight are just another piece of evidence. Right. See what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing. Yep. Insight became only the truth, and arguing against them was banned. As royal priest, it's my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time I will prove that insight I gleaned therefore are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial and your last rites. From what I've seen, Raifak would agree with that. This kingdom is shadow, its former self. It's become a dictatorship where the royals use fear of trumped up charges of the rule. That's what Daruk's been rebelling. That's what Daruk's been rebelling against. Yep. All we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair imperial legal system. Impartial legal system. Well, there's only way to make that come. And there's only one way to make that come true. Only through the current regime. So that's the truth behind the rebels. Well, Pee-wee, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am a fangs of the fine dragons. Yeah, you're not going to do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was just getting to that. See you when I see you. Oh. Why does he have to jump like that before rolling off? Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Let's see if both kids are still here. Oof, I'll finally get out of there.
Oh, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you're okay. Don't worry about you.
Shadow, what happened to him anyway?
He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry it wasn't much help. Well, did you find anything of worth?
I tripped and fell down there. Must have been like out cold for a while. I better keep things to myself for now. I figured that much. I have to find that secret hideout Mr. Arabel was talking about. I should probably start with a place that has something to do with the High Priest. I know exactly already where I'm going. Let's go. Here we go. There we go. Yep, it updates. Barbed.
You've already searched here, did you not?
Oh, I thought I'd just look around again. You know, in case I missed something. Probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home, leave no stone unturned.
Oh, yes. You cannot stump me, I know that.
Actually, I don't have a clue it's written all over your face. Well, I don't care. Let's go. Let's take a closer look, shall we? No? How did... Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I need to... There we go. I need to be on this side. It's a statue of a bird. I guess I'll take a closer look at it. Yep. There we go. Hey, this eye is missing.
What are you... What are you doing? You mustn't touch that for no reason.
Sorry. But that shape... I wonder...
Take that!
Boop! I'm gonna poke the eye in here. Ah, I knew it. Okay, so what's gonna happen then? Huh.
What?
She must be a lot of words, and that doesn't happen too often.
What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Bobhead.
As long as she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. Yeah, I'm not gonna say how we got it, but I'm gonna say what it is. I'm shocked there's a secret door here. Imagine that goes double for Raifa.
A rebel hideout in the inner sanctum. Somebody will pay for this.
Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around.
Wait, you must not enter before the police.
Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least, I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it will be fine, right? And, you see...
Fine, just please stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much larly dribble. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police.
Of course. Now, shall we? It's not like we're gonna try and hide anything.
I will go no further.
Alright, you're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battle.
Very good, Bobhead. I commend you for remembering.
Oh well, wait, why am I thanking her?
I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I'll be watching you like a warbard from the entrance here.
I told you I'm not going to do anything. Better hurry up before she changes her mind. Let's go and check the rebel hideout. Might be something interesting in here. Well, there are handprints. And someone really does like Lady Kira in here. I love it's like Lady Kira hunts rebels. And here we have someone that likes Lady Kira, like... Yeah, something's definitely wrong. Ooh, they really have some good... Like, first of all, they have makeshift weapon like there is no tomorrow to the left. And then they have like machine guns in the middle. And just a little favorite corner.
I believe this is the sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water.
That makes sense. The rebel must have converted into a secret hideout. But what about the warbird revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect the sacred space. Might have. The water needs to come from somewhere.
To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred place. It is a desecration upon Kuranism itself that the fine dragon shall pay for this.
I suppose it's only... Oh, sorry, I just boomed my mic there. Don't know if you even heard that one. But I suppose it's only natural she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots.
Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission.
I was really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as she will go. I love that. She's not allowed in, but her head is like, I'm gonna see what I can see here.
Hello there.
Hello, Maestro. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you have a good Wednesday. I have been dealing with these people, and they're... yeah. I don't know what to say. There's so much bullshit here that is just like, good lord. But we already knew that. We already knew what we're dealing with here. Well, we have found a rebel hideout. I love that the rebel hideout is just underneath the prison. Like, the dude basically needed to just hide in the rebel base, like the rebel hideout, after falling. And if anyone else managed to escape, it's like, yeah, just get in here. Good lord. Barbed head, just because it's hard for me to see your every move doesn't... Do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things. I heard you the first time. Sheesh. Wouldn't say so, been going a few days now without my meds, cause, yeah. Sorry to hear that. Here we go, hold on, I'm gonna give you... I'm trying to find stuff, but I can't find stuff. Hold on, where are they? I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. But yeah, I hope it really gets better soon for you. I really do hope so. There we go. Hoping for a good news from Systembolaget that I sent my... Oh. Did it just change instrument in this game, or am I hearing something in the background? I'm actually confused. I think it's from the game. But yeah, I actually hope you get some good news from them. Absolutely. I was not streaming yesterday because I actually managed to get into one interview to a gym, actually. Which is kind of fun because the last real interview I was in the same brand of gym. So they seem to be seeing something with me. I hear music, but I don't know if it's different from what was going on before. I don't know, it sounded like a violin or something similar to a violin. Yeah. With some string instrument, I don't know. Let's see what we can find in here. Oh! There's more blood here. What's this? A blood stain? Should probably try to figure out what happened here. Don't tamper with any evidence before the police arrives. The police. Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something just for times like these. Lumin oil! I thought maybe I'd help your investigation. Here's all yours. I want to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Well, we got this at least. So now we can see if there are actually some blood in here. I feel like I'm gonna have to search up how it actually works. Not like the scientific of it, but like the reaction. Because I'm unsure how it works, if it just glows and it has to be like no light in here, or if it is like you have to have it under a UV light or something. Because I remember having a lot of luminol in the Zero Escape games, and it was basically just like spray it on anything that used to have blood on it, turn off the lights, and it would just shine. Okay, time for some science to do this thing. First, let me put these red stained glasses on to see luminols glow. Well, in this world, they have this way. They can actually see it using these glasses. So, fair enough. And just pray A whenever I want to spray some of the luminol. Turning blue. I'm blue. Okay, well, let's just start here. Oh, apparently not. Oh, yeah, there. This is a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here. Perhaps the High Priest blood flowed in there from under the Warbud statue. There was definitely a lot of blood here. Is it possible to say how much else at this point? I'll just take a picture for now. Oh right, Luminal Reacts doesn't show up in photos. I just have to take some notes. Well, they could if you actually put the glasses in front of it, I guess. I think. Perhaps. I didn't notice it before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbird revolving door passed over it? Forensic expert got awarded. A large stone slab. It's shaped like a Magatama. It looks rather unstable. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake. What that earthly grass-like smell? It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Also, she's not in here because the priestess is not allowed to touch the water that has been stained by the Kira's battle. So she's basically standing outside the revolving door, just peeking her head in. It looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. I wonder why that is. One quick touch couldn't hurt, right? Whoa. Slab's starting to wobble. What's happening? What have you done to the sacred space? Nothing. I did what nudged it a bit. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. You know what? I'm getting a weird ass feeling that the revolving door turned around. The Warbud was pointing inwards, which basically means all these spikes were there. Someone tried to keep this thing from like falling. The problem is it was so heavy, they were crushed against the statue. But not crushed in the sense that you could basically see the crushing, but it was pushed against the spikes. That would explain the big amount of blood and force as well. The statue door rotates when you pull this chain. I see. Then you must shut the door and destroy this mechanism. That will deprive the insurgents of access to this place. But wouldn't that trap me in here? Not to worry, I would come visit you once a year. She's actually serious. Wouldn't that technically be against their religion? Because I'm pretty certain this is like a sacred space. And if they can't enter the sacred space, then that's bad, right? Look. What is it, bobbed head? It's a Blue Punisher clock. Why, I believe it is. It's a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky winners. This rare item plays the Plume Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, Bobhead. She snatched it away from me. No matter what she says, Rife is definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right... It's the Plume Punisher's theme song. Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plume Punisher fans. That may be so, but I don't see how it is relevant in this case. True, it's not really relevant, but we all need to figure out everything here, I would say. So this is the water source that supplies the Inner Sanctum spring. It flows through the channel built in the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira uses this sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not the red like the water in the spring. True. Maya did say that the water was already red, so I don't know. Weapons, and a lot of them too. We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Bobhead. Thanks. If the rebellion ever happens, I hope it's bloodless. Huh. I have seen the Byleaves. They're basically working around with AK-47s. It's not gonna be bloodless. That's for certain. Looks like an order from the root. What's this? Let me see that. I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here. This is an exception. Hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Holy mother. What? What does it say? It is an order intended for the rebel named Dats. It reads, after the right infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume and search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. 23 years ago, Must mean the assassination of the Queen Arma. I wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem to be related to the case at hand. And to be fair, we did meet That's a Rebel, and they were willing to show us, well, not show us this place, but give us the key to this place and tell us exactly what they're up to. Because we are friends now! It's just that I haven't said anything, because I'm probably gonna have time for that. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abbot Inme is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. Also, damn the makeshift weapons, though. How dare those filthy insurgents raise the banner amid such a sacred place? Her constant rude remarks are annoying. Would slap her and tell her to behave. Yeah, she is a kid, so absolutely. But I would say that everyone is rude and absolutely imbecilic here. Like, last week, we had another one of those seances. And we basically got a vision where the abbot basically started walking or running towards the rebel hunter. Because we heard footsteps. And then we learned that the footsteps was his, but they ended up going towards the water. Which was not where Maya was, she was the other way. And then they had a remark that they had drawn a costume over the statue so that they could basically lie, the Maya could lie, that the rebel hunter killed the abbot. The problem was that in their remarks was that she came from behind and stabbed him with a dagger. Basically like stabbed it backwards so that it looked like it came from forwards. The problem is, they forget about one part, something that they technically are not allowed to because the most holy rite is the seance, and that is the footsteps. They forgot that there was no other footsteps other than the abbot's. But apparently, we did actually lose the last trial. It was only that someone found the body of another person, and those two trials are basically the same now. That's why we're still alive. Bobhead, you must burn it at once. Did you tell me not to touch or damage anything? This is an exception. Very well. If you will not do it, then I will not do it if you want. But your benevolence, I thought you were not supposed to come in here. I love how we sometimes can just mess with her. The reason why she's with us, by the way, is because Phoenix here didn't like how long face she had and tried to help her. But no, we ended up with her with us again. I would keep her having a long face just because she lost last time's seance. There's something under the banner. Microphone. What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? Well, I think that covers about everything here. Oh, hi Emma. Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything. I wasn't supposed to. Her benevolence can at least attest to that. It is your fault for being so slow. I expected the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Well, Bobhead, Have you not already seen enough? I guess it's about time to get back to the temple and go over everything I've learned. Not too much, but... I was about to say something about the water, but... I feel like the abbot or someone died in here. But yeah, the new guy who died is this one. And I think we have an image of that. We should have. Oh yeah, there we have it. Oh, that was like pure as aim. Good lord. Mostly because, yeah, it was not just a stab, it was straight into the spine, that thing. And the reason why they believe it's Maya again is because it actually has Maya's fingerprints on it. Also, we now know Kira's true name. Imsan, which no one is really supposed to know. But that's because of the whole spirit channeling thing. You need to know their name and their face to be able to actually channel them. And that's also why Maya is hiding that she can do that, because it's something only the royals can do here. Well, I guess I'm done here, eh? Right? You know what, I'm gonna go out here and see. Or not? Well, oh, go back to the temple, I forgot. The problem is, I don't even know if they know how long it's been there. I think they said something about since the beginning and the end of the praying, which basically means like the day before the trial. And if it is the next day, oh, the day, no, yeah, the day before the trial and the day of the trial, because that's when the body was actually found. Because no one looks up whenever they pray there. And they pray for basically 1 or 2 days straight. Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How did it go? Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. Yeah, can you walk away now? I don't understand, Bobhead. What don't you understand? Why you don't commit any misdeeds during your investigation? After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. They all believe that because apparently the rebel leader Daruk used to be a very fierce lawyer, but 23 years ago people believed that he murdered the former queen, and because of that the DC Act that they have now is basically up, because they don't want lawyers, because that's what lawyers does. Also, we learned that Apollo is Daruk's adoptive son. And Daruk's real son is the monk we have been dealing with in court. That's why, by the way, Apollo knows about them. Used to be brothers in a sense. My mother, are you saying she was wrong? Yes. Wait, wrong about what? Yes, she is. No, that can't be. You must have committed some sort of misdeeds during right under my nose. The only thing I was about to hide was basically that Maya forgot this secret scroll. But yeah, she knows about that one, so no, not really. Oh, yeah, well, technically we do know about the rebels and their plan and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, we do have some misdeeds. I'm trying to like figure out, have we done some misdeeds? Yeah, technically we did talk to a rebel, and we have lied about that. But he was nice enough to give us a key to the secret hideout, and we showed it to her, so I guess that pays off for it. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around. Oh, there comes the pocket internet again. What is it? I can kind of understand why she's rude. Well, not fully understand. It's not like I'm gonna agree with why she is being this rude, other than being a teen. But at the same time, she is basically the daughter of the justice minister, who is an absolute ass already. and also the daughter of the queen, which we haven't really seen much of, but the rebels technically want to actually get the queen to surrender, so something's probably there. Oh, she's not blindsided and biased at all. Oh yeah, definitely not. Prosecutor Sadman has asked me, and yeah, I'm gonna call him Sadman because I cannot say his name. What's going on? I must go perform the divination seance for Pere Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. I see. Am I allowed to do that as well? The third time will be the charm. My insight will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow, and I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Maya. Looks like the royal priestess is back with a vengeance. They used to have this seance before as well, but before they used to do it as we do now. She says something, we say something. We see now that that is not what they said was not the truth, and change it until it was all the truth. Now it's nothing more than whatever it sees, whatever it shows is the full truth. It's as I said, like, I have no problem with their seance, only how they use it. Your overconfidence will be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow. Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow, especially without a solid evidence. Why don't we go over there? Why don't we go over everything you know so far? All right, let's see here. Acolyte Zealoth was killed during the riot with Lady Kira's dagger. Like, the aim though of that is kinda like giving me shivers. And my fingerprints were found on it. That doesn't sound good and very good. I know, it's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. I have never heard that one before. The day before his murder, Zealoth enjoyed a meal with the high priest and his wife and Maya. Also, we know now also who Maya traded her clock with. Traded the clock with a wife. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Kurain. None of that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. Yep. Because Daruk did say that even though many of them were rebels, some of them were basically like false charges. Common and old saying, but not that common in Sweden. More of an American saying. That's fair enough. Like, there are sometimes I hear like saying somewhere, and we don't have anything in Sweden for it. What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence. Albeit, that sounds like something a rebel might say. It does. But what if Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates? That would exonerate Miss Maya. Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at Inner Sanctum. And I think someone died in there. There was bloodstain inside. But I don't know if or how it's connected to this case though. Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum. That would be a huge hit with tourists. This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. His name is I'll Be Your Guide. He was born to do this. What I mean is that hideout could be important to see. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Ah. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence. We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Princess Rafa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help. If the guy is actually a rebel, then he might have done something while the people were praying. If he was praying, he probably just saw it on the carpet, and we don't really have much to say about that. The divination, yes, but I thought it was always works against his accused. Not always. Yeah, we talked about this with the Dats. It's like the Rus used to say, the royal priest's inside is just another piece of evidence. Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, Nation scenes work both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that people in Kurain find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow. Thanks, can't afford to lose this next one. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rife's insult would be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I got. Nice. I still love his name. His name is That's Arabal, or That's a Rebel. I don't know why. I just love the puns they have sometimes in these games. Some of them are not puns. They are basically just like a meaning or something. We have, for example, Zealoth. Like, the only thing I can think of is a praying Zealoth, and I did search up what Zealoth meant, and it basically just means someone that is badly over-enthusiastic in praying. I could technically search it up and just read it out loud, but that's, in a sense, my take of it. Then we have Trust in Me, that really shouldn't be spelled like that. And of course, I'll Be Your Guide. Wonderful. But then we have some other people that basically doesn't really have any sort of pun in them. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never probably asked you to defend me, did I? Doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know, that's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back home so we can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Plume Punisher, right? You bet! Oh god. You look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbed Head. It's all written all over your face. How can you expect to put on a respectable defense like that? I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one who's looking exhausted. Refa doesn't seem to be in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you're still able. For I will see that your last rites are read to you this day. It was about to be read to me yesterday, Lord. I guess it was just my imagination. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya. Let's head on in. If not, the Justice Minister is gonna stop us to do something. Nope. Gonna have to find a way to basically ban these people as well, because right now they're not even spelling viewers, and they basically just do this minus the dot. Like, first of all, just because like when people ban stop doing it, like, does anyone even fall for it? Like, seriously, does they ever fall for that? And now, if everyone is ready. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadman. I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder. Let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. He actually used to be a prosecutor to find out how to make things right again. Because, as I said, that guy is actually the rebel's son. But something might have gotten to him in the middle of everything, because he is too far gone to be saved. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. Even though we did say in the middle of the goddamn thing that Maya never moved. When I streamed and got these messages, they were long ass messages. Fair enough. They sometimes are. I feel like there must be people with like templates and stuff somewhere, because I've gotten two people that basically is like they start talking first, and I allow that because they're just having a conversation. But then they end up with the same question, like, oh, if you want to grow, like I have a person as some sort of Discord channel that basically could help out with stuff like that. I've got that twice. They must have some sort of template or be the same goddamn person that just tries again. Because I'm pretty certain they're not a bot, because they are way too goddamn confident in what I'm saying. They're actually answering. But yeah, just annoying. Like, they can't really earn anything from shit like this. They're just wasting their own and our time, to be honest, and I don't really understand, like, why. And now then, Prosecutor's Admin, your opening statement, if you will. Certainly. The accused has now slain two of the most devout clergymen in Curanism. Well, I do love he still says that she slayed the most betrothed, like, monks in the country. He already also managed to figure out that last time one of them was a rebel. Would you actually say that again then? Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough. Then a terrible fate awaits her. Does it matter? Well, that sounds like an hell. Well, now I don't even know what I'm supposed to think of this. Yeah, enough. I don't even know what they said. Enough. My blood runs cold at the mere thought of that such a terrible place exists. I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is a bliss. Yeah, kinda. I'm kinda curious, though. Like, if they have a hell of tickling, I feel like it's still not that bad. Now then, please continue. Minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. To be honest, you get to skip those all the times, but apparently not. It's apparently important to make people understand the hell they're gonna go through, even though you're wrong. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was a high priest disciple, Purei Zen. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. Oh, how tragic that he met such a terrible end. The murder occurred at the place of the Plaza of the Vosges during the reprivacation night. It was a blood crime that carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in praise. The Warba dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. Ah, the Warba dagger. The Kira's weapon of choice. We have already established that the accused prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it. Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused Maya Fey is a serial killer, The prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Would the defense care to respond? Yes. Fuck you. That would be such a way of doing it. Turning to the minister, answering yes. Turning to the prosecutor, just say fuck you. That would be such a way to go. The accused is innocent and has nothing convinced me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? And the proper response they deserve, yeah, exactly. The accused's fingers were on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But, well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for us all to see. I think that this is why she's technically is kind of sad, because if the guy didn't do anything, the only thing we see is the ground, and then he dies. So I'm guessing this guy is gonna say now we're not gonna need that because I did oversee it already, which is technically what they're allowed to do apparently, and it's just gonna say we don't need that because nothing was shown in it. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadman? It is about the divination series. Your benevolence? Stop right there, Prosecutor Sadman. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. He has overstepped a lot of bounds. As I said, last time we found out that the only footsteps we heard was the abbot. And somehow, this is technically the most holy rites in the court. And he forgets. Maya had to walk forward to stab the dagger in him. But no footsteps were heard other than his own. So, yeah, he definitely is overstepping every boundary. It's as he said, like, this guy is supposed to be a person or a prosecutor that already knows the flow of the court. Or the flow of the trial, basically. And I can agree with that. With one problem. Think it like a script. He reads the script, follows the script, does what the script does. But if someone says something outside of the script, he basically just goes back to the script. Doesn't matter anything. So technically, yes, he knows where it's going as long as he's pushing it there. He's pushing it back to his own script, basically. What's that all about? Bobbed head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapon at my disposal. Our only hope now is that we can glean some seance vision and Raifa's insight. It's just like court in Thailand. I have never even searched up how court in Thailand actually is. And now I'm afraid to actually search it up if it is close to what I was just saying. Alright! We should probably borrow this guy then. Or at least get rid of whoever this kind of guy is. Very well, then, divination seance, if you please. Your benevolence? Yes, let us begin. Oh, now we come with the music again. I still like this song, but I don't know why. It's just like a really good rhythm.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I feel it's just gonna be blackness. There's not gonna be anything. I'm pretty certain this guy just prayed and someone decided to stab him in a dagger. Everything is determined beforehand. Whatever happens in court is pure theater. It's more fake than fake bacon. Damn, that is fucking scary, actually. Like, I can say this, the dance actually kind of works with this as well. The only thing I don't like that feels silly is when she just flings her arms. For me, it's just like, it looks weird. Yep. So if you get clapped, even if it's a setup, you are screwed. Remind me to be careful even if I ever go to Thailand. I didn't fucking realize that my neighbor actually used to live in Thailand. God damn, alright. Wait, are we supposed to see something now? I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? Your benevolence? What in the world? I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out for the spirit's name many times, but no of it. Yes, but that's because you're trying to... I know exactly what the problem is. I know what the problem is. Okay, remember when I said that to be able to do spirit channeling, you have to know the face of the person and the name of the person? To put it simply, this guy was found 2 years ago, basically entering the town. Because he had basically fled from his other town before, I think, or done something, and was capable of staying with the abbot. So his name is Perez Zeloth, but that might be what they have been calling him or what he has been lied to. So when she's trying to call for Perez Zeloth, they can't do that. That's not his name. She knows his face, not his name. Just as I thought. Wait, what does it know that we don't? I have sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seals. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it before. Wow, so you mean every time I have actually had to watch that thing and actually correct you, I am correcting you as well? Hold on, I'm gonna wait for the ad to pop away. Apparently the ad was in the middle of the explanation. But yeah, so I think she's calling to the wrong person. And that's the reason. But yes, how are you all doing today, chat? Those who are still here. Or those on YouTube. You know what? If you want to, comment how your day is. That could be something. I don't know. Just trying to hold the conversation. Like, that's the thing. I do sometimes actually record things. And yes, I do record my VODs, but it's mostly Twitch chat I'm talking to. But actually talking to YouTube through here is very fucking odd, actually. I don't think I'm very good at like talking to like YouTube viewers anyway. I'm just like commenting whatever I'm doing. I'm gonna have to record more like VR stuff whenever I can. Just because. I like actually VR gaming. It's not too often I do VR gaming, but I do like it. It's really fun. Especially when I can't do that. Like I remember like I did 7th Guest and I could do that very, very good with like just streaming it. And I go to Sushi Pen. Good fucking lord, that thing couldn't even handle... My computer couldn't handle that shit. That was just... Damn. But I've learned now that my computer can handle Final Fantasy 16. Might try tomorrow to try again and play it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But try at least to do that again. Probably should just save my normal game then, so I don't like do double of them. There we go. Welcome back everybody from the ads. And yes, my explanation was basically that spiritual... like the seance and spiritual channeling, there are two things you need to know. The face of the departed and their name. And basically, the guy who died, which was the Zealoth, the guy to the far right here, he came to the family 2 years ago. When he basically just came to the town, because he had come from another town. I don't know where, I don't fully know how. I think the Trust in Me basically found him collapsed on the way to this town and decided to take him in. But that's the thing then. We do know his face, because it's not like this guy who basically needed like 10 years worth of shaving. But I think his name is wrong. Finally, Al should burn in purgatory. Fair enough. I can understand this. Ads for streamers, specific, like perhaps not me, because for me they don't really do too much. But for like other streamers that works with it, absolutely fine, because it's an income for them. Ads just in general, yeah, absolutely. I can agree there. But yeah, so I don't think that Praise Zealoth is his real name. So when she tries to call out to this guy, there's no answer, because there is no one called Praise Zealoth. Come to think of it. I must go perform... Yeah, she did tell us that... yeah, but also way too many and long ones. They really are. Like, I've been on YouTube. Like, here, they are limited to how long I'm supposed to have the ads. And as I've mentioned, I have them to 3 minutes, so that people that join in don't get them. So they don't just get pre-roll ads, like they join my stream, see an ad, have to wait, and get tired and move on. Like, I'm just letting people be able to join in here. So that's why my are this long. But on YouTube, it's kind of ridiculous. I get from a goddamn, like butter company and like milk company and stuff, like called Arla. They're doing goddamn cooking shows as ads. I just see the little timer, more than 90 seconds. Like, are you having a laugh? I was like, yeah, that's just stupid. However, she insisted it to be done. She wished to try one more time in the Hall of Justice. I would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. Nah, it's not that, it's just a fake name. 2:30 seconds every 30 minutes would be fine. Do 30 seconds, 30 minutes would be fine, yeah. If I could do that, I would do that, but as I said, like, I need to apparently have minimum of 3 minutes per hour to be able to make sure that people don't get ads whenever they join my stream. And I think the problem, if I would do something like that, then I would be like, I don't know, 2 30-second ads every like I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 20 minutes. So that would be so many goddamn ads, unfortunately. That would definitely be less funny than having one per hour, I would say. I think, at least. Yeah, 3 minutes. Oh, I'm saying Twitch should change that. Oh, definitely. I can kind of agree there. Like, that is so goddamn high, especially for like when the bullshit they're doing. It would appear benevolence. Oh, I already read this. I am not anything of the sort. The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It's my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance. What are you to do without the divination seance? I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without it. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt with or without the seance. Yes, but are we capable of proving their innocence without the seance? Or is that what you actually want to happen? I do love that everyone says that the seance is so holy and should be done and stuff. And these guys are just laughing it off like, oh, that's good that you're capable of doing it without it. Like, oof, this is bad. Divination seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. Shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? And of course she is shocked because technically she believes the seance is against me. Nope, we still want and need it. How curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on the accused's crimes. No, it is to shed light on the truth. Not the accused's crimes, but the crime itself. It is the Holy Mother's hammers of wrath that is very poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it. I believe in my client. Plus yesterday somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then we could lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client Maya Fey is innocent. Truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Maya, please. You are not helping. How dare you? The voice of a miasma is to be feared, not utilized by vile lords such as yourself. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal princess. Oh, you can shut up. You just don't want it because it's in your script. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-argument without the seance? No, of course not. It's alright through me, that bastard. I have to find a way to make the divination seance happen, or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without a seance, as Prosecutor Sadman suggested. Ah, thank you, Your Majesty. Why, I will not forget this, Bobhead. Why are you accusing me? I am trying to help you. I hope not. We need a seance today. Now, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Oh, very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand. Hi, Emma. What do you have to say? Probably just stabbed in the neck, that's all. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Scott, I understand how you would wish to save the accused defense. They are your friends after all. But you must let them go and move on. You have so much shit you have to let go and move on, but no, you're the one that apparently don't follow your own goddamn advice. There is only one way to save them. By giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of the sins and infernal flames. Whenever she gets stressed. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice! Miss Guy. Oh, yes? Don't worry about me and Mr. Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually. That sounds so bad. Like, he'll figure something out. Eventually. At some point. Hopefully. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal. With a tainted soul. You could shut up. Like, sure, calling her a criminal is one thing. Because, yes, we are trying to basically prove against that. And at this point, she is the criminal because they don't have anyone else to be basically that. Like, sure, yeah, she's not the criminal yet. But the whole thing with, like, the tainted soul, like, it was supposed to be you. Like, good lord. Very well, Detective Scott. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case. The latest victim was Purai Zella. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. Just gonna check something. Do I have any name on this? I have this thing. A brand new prayer flag at the Plaza Devotion has something written on it. The new flag was found at the usual spot. Bring grub. We already used that thing. I don't think it's necessary. Trying to figure out who this guy is. Because I think that's the problem. I feel like I'm gonna find out later on. He had been training under the High Priest and living at this home for the 2 past years. The High Priest widow, Beleb, in me. Oh! Now I understand her goddamn name. I don't understand why it took so long for me to figure it out. This name is Trust in Me, and her name is Believe in Me. Right! Has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. Alright. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Criminal and accused of different things. Yes. But the fuckers say guilty before proving guilty. They are same as religious zealot. Yeah. Also, the funny part is someone of them is called zealot, but he's dead right now. During the medieval times. Yeah. That's exactly what I mean. They are basically like saying it as it is written in stone. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far. I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. Who am I going to? What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be the key as why the divination seance failed. I do love that it is as I said last time, I think. I am basically 1 or 2 steps ahead of the game, which is a good thing but also a bad thing. Because it also makes me not having any idea how to get to where I am. Yeah, how much the police actually knows, because that might be the reason to figure out why it didn't work. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, Rifa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. Gonna have to get something more to drink after this stream. It is not easy to do this game for 4 hours, especially when I'm already done with my drink. Yeah, okay, so he had been training under the High Priest and living at his home for the past 2 years.
Hold it!
This is what I think you want to comment on. 2 years. Sure about that? We took statement from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Self praying under the High Priest's instructions. I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. Okay, so that was apparently not it.
Hold it!
Was Mr. Inmi's positive ID the only way you verify the identity of the victim? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. Yes, because that's the reason. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright. Here's what I'm thinking. Puree Zealot is a fake name. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses the deceased face and true name to summon their spirits. Why, yes, that is indeed true. If he was using a forged ID, and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Kurai. An illegal immigrant. Come to think of it, Rifle mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. Ugh. I always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Kurainese. How the High Priest must be leaving his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? Sure, add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you says to the testimony. He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name. I'm gonna just press on this. Isn't there some way to track down his real name? No, not if he was an illegal immigrant. Have you actually confirmed that he was in Kurain illegally? Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence, but there is also no evidence of him being a Kurain citizen of Kurain either. Oh boy, what would we do? What was the clue in the evidence you gathered? That's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked. Yeah, that's the only thing. I need to find evidence. That was kinda, sorta obvious that I need to find something, but I feel it was better to at least check it in case. Lady Kira returns to Rebels. Lady Kira-like figure that appeared with... Well, we don't have any proof of that. Maya's statement. The spring water was already stained red when we were right in the sanctum. That is nothing here. Lady Kira's warning. Plumed Punisher strap. I don't think it has something to do with anything right now. Time of death, 10:04 to 5 a.m. Cause of death, spinal cord injury from a stab. The weapon is thought to be the Vorba dagger, the same weapon used to kill the High Priest. Okay. Philip's statements. The family photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings, where it's customary to partake in dishes made by Gingil. Okay, yeah. The only thing we have of him is this. But it doesn't say much. There's nothing in here either. Yeah, I have not really any clue what I should bring in here. Weather forecast. We already know about the prisoner. Purification right. Lady Kira. His name is not Lady Kira, so that would not work. Lady Kira's warning. Ah! I don't know really. There should be something here. Not that one, because that is that thing. This is the only thing I have of him while he was still alive, but I don't think it means anything. Okay, I'm gonna do this because I'm definitely gonna be fucking up here right now. A lot. Yeah, it was already staying. Lady Kira's warning. Pressing. Okay, yeah, doesn't really say much. Wait, hold on. Yeah, he had a peach mark. Hold on, I'm gonna use this just in case.
Objection!
Because he has the peach mark. Sorry, Detective Sky, but the police missed something important in their investigation. What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably Kuranese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. Does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You see clear proof that the victim was Kuranese. Where? I don't see anything that could prove that. I guess it must be this thing. Otherwise, I am completely lost on how I actually got this. Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach. I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. The victim really liked peaches. Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy in Korean. They happen to be a personal favorite. I love that I asked the princess of what marking means, and she gives me exactly what it means. And these bastards are just, oh yeah, I just like peaches. Yum. Can we please go back to what they mean? Yeah, you are not a blessing from the Holy Mother. You can go back to where you came from. Nick, I've suddenly got cravings for peaches. After the trial, Maya. Right now, we have bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It's not. It's a peach for me. It is not a peach, you say. Then what is it? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Oh, his forehead has the same peach symbol. Namely the two on the High Priestess brow. This mark is only borne by members of the Kuranese clergy.
Objection!
So that is what you believe. But are they not utterly different shapes? Surely they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victims had a peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Kurani's clergy bear. But you're right. Until about 20 some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one, am I right? Where did you... Wait. Buttocks! Sorry, I had to go in and check that. I had to know where it is. It has his tattoo on the ass. Wonderful. But that is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. Information on everyone enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hints. But that will not be necessary if you seek information on the clergy. I have it all right here. Oh, let me guess, because you foretold that, oh, they will somehow find this out even though I try to hide it. You're looking for intelligence from people who are dumber than rocks. Yeah. Fair enough, actually. Why you never cease to amaze? I would say it doesn't seem to amaze that he hides information until really necessary for him to show it. He even could help the priestess yesterday by figuring out the reason, but no. He's just sitting on his ass to realize, well, this doesn't do any good or bad for me, but I'm pretty certain it might just not help the defense. Let's just keep it that way. But there is just one, and his name is real name. Oh dear lord, his name is real name. Yeah, I fucking love that. I love that so much. The puns in these latest games sometimes are so good. That is just like hurting sometimes. I don't know, I just love it. The Praying Zealot name is real name. He became a monk 20 years ago. Alright, priestess, you're up. Then that must be the victim's real name. But why would they have to try to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must be some reason. Nick, that is not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. Good. More likely very much on the nose. Yeah, exactly. Like, it is really much on the nose, but I still love it. Like, it's so good. Like, the whole name thing is brilliant sometimes. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, divination seance might finally work. Allah who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. Not really. Not beyond about 23 years ago. You are but thinking of great things. We won't know until we try. Also, you did not actually see this seance because either you held it quietly for yourself, or you were stupid enough to actually not figure it out. Very well, let the divination seance be held once more. Are we gonna see the dance again? Why would a liar work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed, and your foolishness shall no gratitude from me. For with the truth revealed my inside, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, priestess, because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence. Why not? We've done it before, at least twice.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, Guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I am still worried we're only gonna see a mat. With thought of how good that dagger was straight in his neck, I just feel like, yeah, it's just gonna have to gotta be like him praying on the mat. If we see a stone, on the other hand, ooh, yeah, then we'd know some shit is going on here. Oh, that might explain why there isn't that much blood there. People say because he died instantly, there might not be blood there, and also it was very cold. But it might be that he died up there at some point just before the ritual, and they basically took him down and made it look like he was praying because, well, they just need to hunch over. And then when things were done, they took the dagger that had disappeared and stabbed it in him to make it look like Kira basically was after him. Let's see if it works this time. Oh, yeah, it seems to be working. Good. Very good. Oh, yeah, okay. First of all, I know exactly where he is. As I said, if there was... If there was a stone, then I know exactly where he is. Oh, wow. Oh my, this is just Mr. Right surprise. Zeland wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. Also, here's the interesting part. So, okay, I'm gonna check something. So, when was it? When was actually the thing? When was the day of the purification? Oh, the 9th. Okay. When was the guy killed? Time of death, May 10. Yeah, because apparently he smelled gingli, which was something they eat the day before the rite or something, because it takes such a long time to get rid of that they don't really want to smell while the rite is going on. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you didn't find any fodder for one of your infamous tournaments. I found enough. I don't know what he is worried about. I found the stone, which you can see here. You see the handprints. Second of all, I know something about that stone. Basically flick it with your finger and that shit will fall over. Now, it said heavy, and then it said pain. Alright, let's go back to... over here. Oh, wait, there. I thought I could get closer, I could not. We have the statue, which turns around when the door is open. Interestingly enough, that means that someone must have died there. Not only that, but Maya did say that the blood was already red, which means exactly that someone died with the red is here. So he didn't die down there, he died up in the secret place. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that established the accused guilt. How the blood was already... Oh, no, the water was already red. Sorry, it was just red on this image. This water here was already red. Because the police believe that the blood again, the water was red because of this guy's death. But Maya said the water was already red when they arrived. Which means that the guy must have died extremely early. Oh, not only that, he might have died the day before, because they do say he died. Okay, it was like, what are the aliens with green blood? Yeah, more like the water was supposed to be clean. But yeah, basically like, yeah, the blood was red. Like, huh? I just said wrong there, it happens, I'm just getting tired. Also, I kinda lost track of what the hell I was talking about. Also, first of all, the accused guilt. How the hell do you believe that? Second of all, yeah, when did he die? When did he die? When did he die? Yeah, he died May 10th, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. But it's as Emma said, the way they check that is checking the body temperature. And they basically would be like, oh, they died around this time. Now, the day before, that's when they eat the big ass these things, which is the day before, around noon on the day before the rite, finished by 3 p.m. the same day, which is the day before the rite. The reasoning, though, is I realized is in here. The area around the inner sanctum will enjoy clear skies. The warmer temperature will make for an excellent prayer. No, not this one. Hold on. Ah, here. Today's purification rite. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the plaza of devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. We will thank for the blessing of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira. So basically, the ice could have basically let him be there. I am still confused. How do you see? You did? Stop laughing, because I'm pretty certain he's bluffing like it is a most surprising attack. What I'm surprised about is how he missed. Not just the barn, but the moon. The moon is a big ass thing. Fucking missed. Yeah, tell us, how the hell did you manage to find out evidence? The Plume Punisher theme song. Wait, I didn't even listen to that. Sure. I know you did it, because you have one of many different things that shows this thing. Okay, I can already show him exactly why it's not her. You see the clock to the right? Even the priestess touched that thing and it made a sound. And that sound is always made on the hour. So, yeah. Oh, dear lord. Hey, that's my Plume Punisher strap. When you press the Magatama on the Plume Punisher spell. Wow, everyone. Don't be so shocked about that. We already, as I said, I'm already a few steps ahead. The problem now is to get there. But we already know what happened in a bit. I do wonder why that was perhaps happened. I actually don't know what happened to the abbot then. He was not stabbed by the knife, I believe, at least. Or he might have decided to hug the statue just because to hide that the Zealoth, or well, real name, actually died there because there was already blood on it. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of a crime. But this strap is an extremely rare item. It is not. Is it not? Oh, they still believe he's at the thing, because if we check this place, you see the Magatamas there and how green it is. The problem is they don't realize he's standing there. You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. Oh. You just... It is just as I said. Your flights of fancy had come crashing down on me. Not really. Sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. You don't need to look so defeated, like just because you say that's the only one in the whole wide world. Yeah, that one is. There are 50 other clocks. It is time to accept the fact that the divination science is far more than a mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. That is as conclusive evidence as can get. Now then, if there are no further objections. Yeah, they believe that because they do believe that the moss is... Objection! Slow down there, your majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you have an issue with the divination seance? Oh, yeah, always. Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. But they have never stopped me before. The divination seance is not absolute truth. It has only become the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. I don't know why I have problem pronouncing that name without reading it. You do not know when you are beaten, do you foolish liar? I am the only one who speaks for the mitma of the deceased. If you believe there are errors in my insights, then let us see you prove them. Bring it on. I'm gonna do it. I don't know why, but I can enjoy this mechanic in these games, like the little spirit thing. The victim was offering his prayers. Check. Well, check with why they believe that. It was the night of the rite, though it is dark, the pattern on the plaza ground was visible. In a sense, yes. Then someone was there, and the theme of the Plum Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in an instant he departed from this world. Okay, so they're actually trying to do the whole it was heavy as well. Okay, let's start with what day it was. That is everything the deceased experienced in this final moment. The benevolence insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. I did. What day it was? They said the night of the rite. If it was the night of the rite, it wouldn't smell like garlic and mint. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I'll just have to go over each and every one of the deceased sensation very carefully. Also, yeah, I say mint and garlic because that will describe the smell of the greenery. Yo, bro mine, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yes, you have your own emotes now. Wonderful. They are absolutely great emotes. Hold on. I'll check them. If I could check them. Almost. Can't really check them. But they are wonderful. They are great looking emotes. Also do. I'm good. Bit of a slow day. Just played some games. Played around with Blender a bit. But other than good. I was away yesterday on a interview, so that's why I'm streaming this today. Because I basically came home around like 6:30 and just thought I don't have any energy to stream longer, and it is feeling like not enough to stream 1.5 hours. But right now we're dealing with pain in the ass priestess. My other emos are still pending. Fair enough. I don't know how that works, because for some reason most of my emos are basically directly. Well, not in the beginning, but now most of them are just directly. Except one, but that was when I was calling it Hangry. They didn't like the name, but I guess it's because hungry, so I was just saying something else like really hungry. Offering up the prayers. Punisher fill the air. Wait, hold on. Ah, Knight of the Right. Mine probably looks too suggestive. I don't know. I think it also is you are recently... Oh, speaking of, we're gonna do this as well. I think it's mostly you are recently got affiliated, so you don't really have the... Oh, they are okay. We just send it up directly. That might be the reason. Jump to post reference. I don't even know what that is. Rewind. There we go.
Objection!
It can't be the night of the praying, because it wouldn't smell like garlic and mint. Was it really the Knight of the Right? Yamcha from Dragon Ball? Probably. I have no idea. I'm guessing mostly because that's the name that apparently exists there. What do you mean? I could not be... it could not be otherwise. The accused slew the acolyte Zeloth after killing the high priest during the purification rite. You do understand that he has a real name, and that is a... Wait, what was it? Was it a real name? Or his real name? What was his name? Yeah, real name. His name was just real name. So he has a real name. Oh, good lord. The only problem is that the sea spirit does not corroborate on that. What is? Take a good look at what the victim smelled. You see how it says gingil? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any gingil on the night of the rite. What do you mean? Mate, you do this like once a year. Even you should know when you stop smelling like garlic and actually can kiss your wife again. Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain the victim shouldn't have smelled gingly. There we go. The High Priestess' wife, Beleb in me, which I realized today means believe in me. Still, I still love the puns in these names, they're absolutely wonderful. I'm not gonna say anything else. Told me about the Feast of the Blessings. The feast includes a number of gingil-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time the day before the rite. Yeah, I believe you're right. I've completely forgotten about that. Whoopie-doo. You're not the only one, apparently. During the last rite, again, most of those dumbbasses' heads are purely decorative. Yes, I absolutely agree. I'm not gonna take the Magister's side, but he at least is willing to listen to us when we're talking about the truth. The other bastards, though, they are surely just bullshitting. During the feast, a unique smell of gingil pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 PM, the day before the purification rite.
That's enough!
I am not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite.
Oh, right. Thought about that yesterday. Forgive me your benevolence. But the estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on circumstances, it's possible for it to change.
What's this?
Yeah, we thought of that yesterday, that apparently, not yesterday in my day, but in game day, that how you actually estimate is to check their body temperature, at least in the game. Like if a body was kept cold, the slowed rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. Why, I believe I have heard something of that sort before. If this has been the right claims, the estimated time of death in an autopsy report will have to be revised. And if anyone tried to say anything otherwise, we can check the weather. Oh look! It was actually ice between the day of the ride and the day before. Bobhead, you blinded me with science. You were the one that actually asked us. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for? No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the ride. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with accused prints on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. It was afternoon of the day before the ride. Though it's dark, the pattern of the plastic ground was visible. The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. Nick, changing the time of death is bound to cause some sort of inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, it could really help. I already have something. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, court record. Can I actually present the court record? No, I can't. Bloom Punisher theme. Yeah. Okay, so the problem I have here is basically that I have to find something that shows there is... Oh! Hold on. Wait. It was afternoon of the day before the ride. Okay, so let's go to court record. Let's check this. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner plaza to the devotion until yesterday has melted. Yeah, so we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna select, and we're gonna select side. Objection! The change in the date and time of the crime has caused new inconsistencies to surface. What's this? You're making that irritating face again. Cease that at once. I kind of love when she just gets like childish. Just because, yes, that's what she is, but she acts like so high and mighty that when she gets angry and childish, I just have fun with it. Sorry, but this is a face I was born with. Now, let's focus on what's important. What the victim saw in this final moment. Do you have bats in that belfry? Barbed head, there is nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes. And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the ride, it should have been impossible to see the pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? Do explain. Take that! This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size but huge in importance. It says that the ground was covered with thick white ice the day before the ride. What? But the victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in this final moment? If you have something to say, then say it. The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean that it was killed somewhere else. Then where do you propose the victim was actually killed?
Yes, tell us where, otherwise your argument is worthless.
I'm about that. I admit it, I got to that part yet. I have already. Any idea, Maya?
Let me think. Well, there is somewhere green and shaggy, right?
Right, but where could that be?
What is it, Baldhead? Giving up already?
Nope. I already know. I just waited for these people to also to work here. There we go. The secret hideout the rebel were using.
The rebel hideout. There was no such place anywhere on the floor of that chamber.
You're absolutely right. There's no place on the floor anyway. Then what did the victim see in his final moments, if not the floor of the rebel hideout? A heavy-ass stone that pushed him to his death?
Take that!
The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions in the moss there. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab. That does agree with the Sean's vision. However, one cannot defy the declare they are one. Occur? There is no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout.
Indeed. What evidence do you have of this?
I already showed you the evidence. What do you mean? Please take a look at this second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see the result of a luminol test I performed in the rebel hideout. This is proof positive. Hold on, snooze the thing. This is proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of that stone slab. Is it true? This information has already been provided to police. Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong?
We thought it was a high priest blood that flowed from outside, so we haven't tested it yet.
Then you must do so at once.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I think this is actually a good time to end the stream because it is actually 8 o'clock. I just want to continue with the seals because I like that part for some reason. It's interesting trying to find like the difference between the image and the talk. But I had a fun time playing this game. I always enjoy playing these games.